Of course, there are different situations and we really need to stick with the plan. But I find that in most cases, we really can, move around, have some leeway, and play around. Hello, beautiful shining souls. My name is Jostine, Intuitive Life Guide from the Philippines. Welcome back to my channel. So, for today, we are on the second episode, second to the last episode before season 2 ends. I'm going to focus on sharing with you some of the lessons and realizations that I had doing season 2. So I started this last Saturday. If you haven't watched it yet, I invite you to check it out. I'll be putting the link in the description or in the card. And then for today, I want to share with you one of the things that really helped me be more in flow. And it's very simple. It's a very simple tip. Anyone can do it. So, when I started the season, I shared with you the new schedule, which is Monday Musings, Teaching Thursdays, and Saturday Showcase. And I shared the short description of what you can expect for each. For Teaching Thursday, I was planning to share more about like human design, things that I'm interested in, like the Enneagram, the MBTI. Like I was really envisioning it to be sharing with you my understanding of my personality types based on how I'm experiencing it, right? And really the purpose there is for me to step into my teacher energy and practice, because my strength as a teacher is really not in the intellectual. It's more of like really sharing the wisdom from my lived experiences. So anyway, so I was really planning on having those topics to focus on. However, when I was filming already, every week, I really spend the time to just, prepare my notes. But I kid you not, like, nothing comes in. I don't know why. Like, it feels like it's not just flowing, And now there are two things that I could have done then. I could have pushed and forced myself to really, no, this is my plan for today, like this is the plan for the week, this is what I want to share. I'm going to spend time really like bringing out whatever material that I can bring out just so I can share this topic. Or I could just let it go and go with the flow. And guess what I did? That's right, I went ahead and hit record and just allowed inspiration to share what wants to be shared. I don't know if there is a difference, if you have observed, if you've been watching my videos, if you have observed a difference in how I'm doing the Monday musings and the Teaching Thursdays. But for me personally, I feel like there is. Like Monday musings is really about like just taking you into my inner world and just sharing with you what's, what I'm contemplating about. There were times when I was like not in the right headspace, but I still showed up. And for Teaching Thursdays, it's still flowing, but I feel like there's a shift in energy and how I'm sharing, and it's more structured, although not very structured. There's still like room for improvement on that. But I don't know, let me know if you noticed any difference, or maybe that's just me, either way, like I'm curious like how you experienced watching my videos, if you have noticed any difference. And if you have watched my videos from season 1, I'm also curious if you have noticed a considerable shift in how I've grown as a speaker from the very first videos I made to where I am now. So, yeah, no pressure, but I would really appreciate it. That's it. That's the big lesson. Of course, there are different situations and we really need to stick with the plan. But I find that in most cases, we really can, move around, have some leeway, and play around. And that allows inspiration, creativity to flow, And sometimes we get, because when you plan, right? When you plan, you're coming from your headspace. And the invitation here for us is to tap into our other gifts, our creativity, tapping into our intuition, tapping into channeling, receiving inspiration, downloads from the universe, from the divine, from spirit, whatever you believe in, or coming from within you, allowing whatever wants to be birthed from within to come out, right? Or wanting to pursue whatever that is, a project, create a I don't know, a book. Maybe you want to have your own YouTube, but you get stuck in the planning stage because it has to be perfect. Like what you have planned has to be followed to the T. If you're going to be in that space, like you won't be able to produce or publish or birth whatever it is that you want to create. You have to really allow yourself to, yes, have a plan, right? Have a plan and then let it go and go with the flow, right? It's not even go with the flow. I'd like to say flow with life, right? Flow with inspiration, flow with whatever wants to arise in the moment. Because sometimes, most of the time, I would argue that those moments would be really inspired because those are what feels most alive for you. So the energy is so ripe, the energy is so alive, and you will feel the difference, will feel a difference creating from the headspace and creating from your body, from your spirit, from your heart, from inspiration, and allowing creativity to flow through you and all that. But that's just me. Don't take my word for it. I invite you to try it out and see for yourself, right? And let's unleash our creative powers, our creativity, because we are all creative beings. Don't create to follow a plan. Don't create to produce a perfect creation. Like, just allow yourself to play, allow yourself to explore, allow yourself to flow, and then see what will arise, see what will be birthed. And I'm curious how it will be for you. So after you have experimented with that, come back here. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling called to share. Or you may also share more privately via my email. Or I can also share the link for the question survey. So you can share there your experience. And you can share it anonymously if you want. So yeah, anything else that wants to be shared at this time? There is work. There is a work that is wanting to be expressed and birthed through you at this time. If you're feeling that stirring within, if you're feeling your heart racing, if you're feeling your body being pulled, wanting to come in, come near me, right? If you're being pulled by these words, then it means that there is something that wants to be birthed through you at this time. And I invite you to connect with whatever that work is. Allow yourself to receive whatever guidance or inspiration arises within. Allow yourself to be curious and just explore. Because sometimes we have been also conditioned by the world to produce something meaningful. That every outcome that we produce has to be for something. What if this work that is wanting to be birthed through you is not specifically for a specific purpose other than it wants to be birthed? It wants to be expressed. It wants to be created. And who knows, maybe down the line there will be a bigger purpose for it. Or maybe none. But the invitation for you right now is to birth the work. To express the work. That's it. That is it. It could be as simple as singing in the showers and allowing your voice to be heard by you and by the universe. Or maybe it is something bigger and a story wants to be written. It doesn't matter how small or big it is. What is essential is really connecting within and allowing yourself to be the channel, to be the vessel for this work, so that it can be expressed and created and birthed into this world. That's it. I feel complete. Just allow those words to sink in, and if you're the person meant to receive that message, I invite you to explore, take a peek at what it could be, and see what will unfold. That's it for me today. I'll see you again on Thursday for our last episode for season 2, and then we will be having a 2-week break, and then for season 3 we'll see what will happen. But for now, thank you so much for being with me today, and I am cheering you on for whatever work is wanting to be birthed through you. I would love to hear about it, but maybe it just wants to be created and not really shared publicly. That's okay as well. But I hope that you follow that pull, that inspiration, and see the gifts that it will bring you. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and light. The world is waiting. for your magic.